Hello, truth seekers. Lawrence here, and welcome to Easy Enlightenment. So, if you're using meditation practice to stop the mind, then you're just simply wasting your effort. You cannot stop the mind, period. And the purpose of the meditation practice is not about stopping the mind, it's about understanding the nature of the mind, seeing how the mind comes into existence and how the mind becomes real as a false reality. The purpose of the meditation practice is that. Some of you might think that you can stop the mind, but that is just an illusion. You cannot stop the mind. If you think you can stop the mind, what's happening is you're just diverting your focus to something else. You're just moving from the chaotic mind towards a simple mind by focusing on something. And when you are calm in the mind, that is not stopping the mind. The mind is still there, but it's a simple mind. So when you are focused in your meditation, that focus itself is the mental reference. You're starting with the mental reference. So the mind is already there. Your focus is on the mind. It's a simple mind. It's a thought to stop all the other thoughts. So that's what's happening. But that reference is still there, which is the mind. And this kind of meditation practice helps to anchor yourself, to anchor your focus in yourself, to sustain your awareness in yourself. So your awareness is not fidgeting, your focus is not fidgeting. That's the start for the inward journey. When you can maintain your focus, then that focus can be utilized to understand the nature of the mind, to let go of the mind, not to get affected by the mind. But once we are settled in the meditation practice, then we give up the real work to be free from the inner conflict and fear, from the inner struggle. That's what's happening in the world. People meditate to anchor themselves, to move from the complexity of the mind to simplicity, to feel more relaxed, to feel more calm. And after feeling calm, relaxed, focused, they stop the inward journey. They settle and nothing else after that. And that's why the struggle is not ending. The fear is not ending. It's just a back and forth approach. People feel conflict in the world. When they feel the conflict, they need the meditation to settle. Once they settle, they go out in the world and they get fluctuated by the world. They come back in the meditation, they settle. So it's back and forth. The meditation is used to be part of the world. The meditation is not used to overcome the inner struggle. That's what's happening. That's what's happening in your life probably too. The purpose of the meditation practice is not just to find the momentary flow. The real purpose of the meditation practice is to find your true nature, the unchanging truth in you. And to see the unchanging truth, the approach is not controlling the mind, or it's not about stopping the mind. Again, mention that you cannot stop the mind. Cannot. If you're trying to stop the mind, here's an example. You won't be able to function in the world. Mind is a reference. Mind helps us to, reminds us the point A to point B. Going from point A to point B, and going to from point A to point B, your awareness is needed. And awareness and the mind, both is there. If you stop the mind, you leave the house in the morning, and if the mind is not there, you won't be coming back home. You will be lost. If the mind is not there, the chaos is there. So mind is important. It's a reference. It's an ally. Gives you the reference point to, connect the dots. And when you're connecting the dots, your awareness is there in the journey. So you need the mind. So don't try to stop the mind. And the purpose of the meditation is not about stopping the mind. It's about understanding the nature of the mind, to let go of the mind, to get affected by the mind. Right now, when the truth is missing, mind is the reality. Mind has become the reality. And mind is the source of struggle. Especially when the mind flows in a negative way, it is creating chaos in life, isn't it? Mind can give you the happy experience and also chaotic experience, especially when the mind reminds you, the reference you as conflict and fear, especially when the fear resurfaces in your life. There's non-stop drama, non-stop narration, isn't it? You are narrating with the fear, and you're trying to look for the answer in the mind. Is a never-ending journey. Seeking the answer in the mind is just a momentary freedom. And seeking the answer in the mind is seeking the answer in the false. Seeking the answer in the false is what? Not true. In the first place, mind is not real. Mind is false. Mind is the byproduct of our experience. Whatever we go through in life becomes an idea, and mind is full of ideas. And right now, some ideas are concrete in you. It's true in you because something worked in life, and that has become the belief, the preference, and you're living your life with that preference, living your life with that belief, and you're moving from that, and everything unfolding in a positive way is reinforcing that belief in you. So you're conditioned further and further to that preference and to that belief. And that way the mind has become the real. Mind has become the true in you. Mind is true. If the mind is true, then how come you still have the fear in you? How come your inner conflict is not ending? How come your inner struggle is not ending? If mind is true, then the struggle should end. But that's not the scenario. The struggle is ongoing, the fear is ongoing, the conflict is ongoing. Why? Because the truth is missing and you're relying on the mind. But now you're trying to stop the mind because you have heard that the freedom lies between thoughts. And because of that reference, you have heard this, and you're interested in the freedom, interested in a truth, interested in a God. And when you hear this idea, the freedom, the alignment with the God, alignment with the divinity, alignment with the freedom lies between the two thoughts. And because of that reference, you sit down in the meditation and you're controlling yourself, you're controlling the mind to be between thoughts. You may be able to prolong that gap between two thoughts. But no matter how much you try to be part of that practice, you will fail to see the truth of who you are. The gap between thoughts is the byproduct of the truth realization. When you realize the truth of who you are, by understanding the nature of the mind, when you see the mind is false, you'll let go the mind easily and you rest in that gap, which is the awareness itself. That gap is the awareness. That gap is the consciousness itself. Trying to control, to get in between thoughts, is a failure. Controlling doesn't work. By the way, when you are meditating and trying to be between thoughts, you don't even realize that the awareness is focus of that. You are aware in the meditation and you try to rest between thoughts. Your awareness is watching what you're doing. That focus is outwardly. Yes, your focus is in you, but the movement is outwardly inside. Because your awareness is focus of that practice. The practice is supposed to be witnessing yourself. Witnessing yourself. That's the start. Turning the awareness back to yourself. And to find that spot between thoughts and rest in that, the dismantling work is essential. If the tracing the mind backward is missing in the meditation, and just trying to control the mind, to stop the mind, to rest in between thoughts, won't work. That is simply the recipe for failure. The simple, straightforward approach is witness yourself. Turn the awareness back to yourself and watch yourself. And after that, you look into your fear directly, or look into your attachment directly. Don't hide from yourself. Looking into your attachment, looking into your fear, looking into your experience, the conflict, is a direct approach to understand the nature of the mind. Whatever you go through in life, you trace it back. Whatever you go through in life becomes idea. When the idea is there, you trace your idea back, trace your experience back. And if you trace it back by asking, why am I experiencing this? Whatever you're experiencing, if you trace it back, the tracing back will help you to see the root cause of the surface fluctuation. You see the root cause. That is the ingrained belief, the ingrained conditioning in you. So tracing back will help you to see the conditioning. After seeing the ingrained conditioning must be dismantled as well. So when you reach to the when you see the root cause of the suffering, don't try to get rid of that by planting the new seed, which is the positivity in life. If you be positive and act positive after seeing the root, you're just getting out of one hole and putting yourself in a new hole. New hole might look spacious, but eventually you feel the confinement by being in a new hole of positivity. The true freedom to rest between two thoughts is not resting in positivity. Negativity, positivity, both mind must be dissolved. The duality must go. Duality is the positive and negative mind. The true freedom is going beyond that. So when you see the root cause of your suffering, you must let go the root as well. So that means you have to dismantle that root further until nothing is left. And by the way, when you see the root cause of the suffering, or when you see the root, enlightenment journey or spiritual journey is asking you to let go that. And that's where the more conflict starts to arise in you. You start to see a lot of fear in your life, especially when that root is supporting your life outside on the surface, giving you some level of comfort, fun, stability. Even you see there's a struggle to maintain that, but you're still holding on to that root just because of the comfort and fun, then you'll have a hard time to let go of that, isn't it? Right now in your life, you're attached to so many things. Why you're attached? Because of the comfort, because of the fun, because of sudden flow that you like. So enlightenment journey is asking you to let go of that too. Now there's a fear of letting go. And now you have to dismantle the fear. Tracing your fear backward. Why the fear is there in my life? Where is this fear coming from? So you have to trace it back until nothing is left. So tracing the mind backward is the way to understand the nature of the mind. To see how the mind comes into existence and how the mind becomes real. It is the crucial aspect of awakening. In meditation, people just try to throw the negative mind, try to stop the mind, try to push away the mind. but that is just simply resisting the mind. Resisting the mind doesn't work. You know it. You've been resisting your mind your whole life, especially the negative mind, which is the fear. Basically, you're resisting the fear. But no matter how much you resist, the fear is still there. The conflict's still there. So from your own experience, you realize that it's not working. So if you see it's not working, stop controlling your body. Stop controlling the mind. Especially when it comes to enlightenment journey, you cannot control. In the relative world, yes, you focus on something, and that is itself is creating some boundary to make your life go smooth. But when it comes to inward journey, spiritual freedom, enlightenment, controlling is not the way. So let go of the control and start realigning yourself by witnessing yourself and tracing the mind backward. And if you trace your mind backward, trace your experience backward, trace your thought backward, your belief backward, will help you become thorough of your mind. That thoroughness will make you understand the nature of the mind. And if you're thorough, if you do the thorough work, you won't fail in your enlightenment journey. The enlightenment journey is becoming thorough of your mind. When you're thorough of your mind, you understand the mind. And then when you ask yourself, who am I? That's where you're going to click. That's where you will give up your ego and rest in what is true, which is the consciousness itself. And you are consciousness. Your nature is consciousness, and the nature of the consciousness is conscious and empty. And that empty is what? Between two thoughts. Between thoughts. So stop controlling and start investigating, start examining your mind. Okay, I hope this video makes sense to you. Yeah. Okay, that's all in this video. Take care for now. I'll see you next video. Bye.